In this video, we will tell you about animals that have the most impressive horns and antlers among all members of the animal kingdom. In some species, horns or antlers are present only in males. However, in some species, females may grow them as well. Animals use their horns for different reasons. Some use their horns to protect themselves from predators, while others use them to fight members of their own species. For our measurements, we'll consider horn length, as well as horn spread and weight. That said, horn length and spread will be the primary factors for our determination. So, let's begin. Asian water buffalo. The Asian water buffalo ranks first among the animals with the biggest horns in the world. Also known simply as water buffalo, these domestic bovines historically hail from India and Southeast Asia. Today, they are one of the most abundant buffalo species, with more than 130 million living worldwide. They stand 47 to 63 inches tall and weigh from 660 to 200 pounds. Asian water buffalo grow horns that grow outward and curve into a semicircle. Many can reach up to 10 feet from point to point and measure 60 inches long each. That said, the world record for longest horns belongs to a bull shot in 1955 whose horns measured 13 feet, 10 inches from point to point. Moose. The moose is the largest extant species of deer and one of the animals with the biggest horns in the world. Moose live in North America, as well as parts of Poland, Kazakhstan, and Russia, where they go by the name elk. Unlike most deer, moose live alone, and will only meet up during the breeding season to mate. Adults usually stand between 6 to 9 feet high and weigh from 441 to 543 pounds. Only male moose grow antlers, which grow in a dendritic, or twig-like shape. The antlers branch out from the center of the head before curving upward and broadening out. A mature bull moose's antlers may measure up to 83 inches from point to point and weigh 40 pounds each. During the breeding season, males may use their antlers to wrestle with one another over mating rights. Greater Kudu. Greater Kudus are antelopes that live in the woodlands of eastern and southern Africa. They are one of the largest species of antelope and have large horns with 2.5 twists, which, were they to be straightened, would reach an average length of 120 centimeters 47 inches. However, the maximum length can reach up to 187.60 centimeters 87 inches. The horns begin to grow until the male kudu is between the ages of 6 to 12 months. Markhor. The markhor is the national animal of Pakistan, and there it is also known as the screw-horn or screw-horn goat. These large goats have one of the most impressive horns. Both the males and the females of this species have tightly curled, corkscrew-like horns, which close together at the head but spread upwards toward the tips. The horns of males can grow up to 160 centimeters 63 inches long and up 2 to 5 centimeters 10 inches in females. Reindeer or caribou. The reindeer is the only deer species in which females also grow antlers normally. On average, the male's antlers are the second largest of any extant deer, after those of the male moose. Their antlers can range up to 100 centimeters 39 inches in width and 135 centimeters 53 inches in beam length. Antlers begin to grow on male reindeer in March or April and on female reindeer in May or June. Elk. The elk is one of the largest species within the deer family. It is the second largest extant species of deer, after the moose. Impressive antlers of elk are made of bone, which can grow at a rate of 5 centimeters 98 inches per day. Male elk typically have around 6 tines on each antler. While actively growing, a soft layer of highly vascularized skin known as velvet covers and protects them. SCIMITAR oryx. SCIMITAR oryxes are straight-horned antelope. Both male and female oryxes have horns, with the females being more slender. Their horns are long, thin, and symmetrical, and curve backward. They can reach 2 meters 3 feet 3 inches, 3 feet 11 inches in both sexes. The hollow walls of the horns are so thin that they can easily break. While classified as straight horn antelopes, scimitar oryxes sport dramatically curved horns. This curve is where they get their name, as their horns look like scimitars. Addax, also known as the white antelope or screwhorn antelope. The addax is part of the spiral-horned antelope group. While endemic to the Sahara Desert, few remain in the wild due to uncontrolled hunting. Their coat changes over the course of the year, from grey-brown in winter to white or blonde in summer. While borderline extinct, the addax remains on the list of animals with the biggest horns in the world. Both males and females grow horns and bow in and out with 1-2 loops. Female horns typically grow from 20 to 31 inches long, while male horns can reach up to 43 inches long. Alpine ibex, also known as the Steinbock, Capra ibex, or just ibex. The Alpine ibex is a wild species of mountain-dwelling goat. They range throughout the European Alps, although they almost went extinct during the 19th century. Alpine ibex use their horns during the breeding season when males fight for access to females and use their long horns in agonistic behavior. Both male and female alpine ibex have large, backward curving horns with numerous ridges along their length. Ankole-Watusi cattle. The Ankole-Watusi is a relatively new breed of domestic cattle. All Ankole-Watusis trace their heritage to the Sangha cattle from Africa. Their name is a combination of two terms. In Uganda, they go by the name Ankole, while in Burundi the Tutsi people call them Watusi. However, the modern breed only emerged in the 1960s from breeding between Sangha cattle and a Canadian domestic breed. Ankole-Watusis sport the largest horn spread in any breed of domestic cattle. Their spread can measure up to 47 inches point to point, while individual horns can reach 37.5 inches long. We do not claim to have the ultimate truth and understand that you may have slightly different opinions about our horned friends, but we will be glad if we have expanded your horizons and our information was useful to you. Subscribe to the channel and watch our videos every Wednesday and Saturday.